what's next. I believe that's what happens when we open the doors of Daisy again. This core group is going to create the biggest story in the history of the industry. And I believe we're going to be the fastest company to reach 1 million members in that short period of time. So Kevin, thank you for that insight, bro.
Next, guys, this is Avi from London. Jeremy, thank you for putting together this call, and thank you for the opportunity to say a few words. Look, for me, it's I second what Jeremy said earlier. It's all about everyone making their decision. And when I say everyone, I'm talking about people on this call, because people on this call are considered the leaders of this organization. So you have to make a decision for yourself. And I think it comes down to two things for me. It comes down to mindset and time. It's like, for me, when I look at Daisy, when I saw the call that just happened yesterday, when I look at the transparency and the information, it's all about, are we doing the right thing? I mean, would you prefer to now go in with a system that then a month later would need to stop again, or 6 months later? Or do we want to make sure that once you make your decision, you lead by example right now, but once we reopen the gates, it's like it's going to flood, and that flood is never going to stop because we made the right decision to get everything perfect. When I look at Daisy right now, it reminds me, do I want to be the Ronald Wayne of Apple, or do I want to be the Steve Jobs of Apple in Daisy? That's the choice I see. And I made that choice already, and everyone who's on this call, especially the leaders in my team, you know that. And you're here, your people are here because of the choices you made, because of choices we made. Because once we make the choice, we lead by example. They had the exact same opportunity at the same time. But Ronald Wayne, because of the challenges that Apple were having and he could foresee happening in the future, he sold 10% of his shares at $800. Today, that would have been worth $95 billion. Now, the question is, they had the exact same opportunity. Everyone, 283 people on this call, what you hold in the palm of your hand is exactly the same. No different to me, to anyone else on this call. What is going to differentiate what the outcome is what you do with what's in the palm of your hand. Time is the one thing which is, no one is chasing money here. You think you're chasing money. You're chasing money because you want to achieve something with that money. And time is what we don't have. Time is the one thing, one resource we can never go back in. We can never get more. So what you do of the time between now and when we relaunch, I don't care. As long as I'm staying updated, whether it takes 2 days, 2 weeks, or 2 months for that matter of fact, my decision is made. And I know what I need to do with the time, because what I do with that time is going to define the results that each and every one of us will get. So I would say, coming back to what Jeremy said, you need to make that decision. And whatever you decide, everyone respects that. But whatever you decide, then you've got to lead by example. You've got to lead by example. You've got to put in the time. You've got to put in the effort, because your team are looking to be led. So what you do, what you think, remember, in this industry, everything duplicates. Good habits, good thoughts, bad habit, bad thoughts, everything duplicates. You make your decision, you lead by example, your team will follow. Are you going to get 5% of people who's always whinging and complaining? Well, this place wouldn't be called the world of human beings if that wasn't the case. That's natural. So learn to deal with that. That's what leaders do. So that's the part I want to share. Look, me personally, I've made my decision. And you know what? I'm all in. So thank you, Jeremy, for everything. I can't wait for the relaunch. Yes. Would I prefer it to happen today, tomorrow? Absolutely. But you know what? If it means I have to wait 2 months, I have to wait 2 months.
I love it. Avi, thank you so much. We back in October, we made a decision to when we were looking at the Daisy model, said what is going to separate us from everyone else out there. And I think the model itself, we've nailed that, right? We've nailed that. But the one thing that kept coming up for me is the one thing you cannot duplicate, the one thing that makes all of the difference in the world, the number one difference maker is the leadership, the team of leaders that launch a project. Because everything everything rises and falls on leadership. Everything. The greatest ideas in the world can be worthless without the right leadership. And we put an enormous amount of energy. I had best friends of mine coming to me begging for top positions. I had people coming offering money, offering to pay $1 million. Give me a top position. We wouldn't do it. Zero. We did not make room for that. I had best friends of mine that could not join Daisy until the links went live. Because they weren't the right leaders and they weren't ready to go all in with Daisy. And as I'm hearing some of the leaders, we're going to continue today. I'm hearing you guys lead. I'm hearing you guys share your mindset with the field. You're bringing such power to me at the same time. I realize right now in this moment, again, just a confirmation that the reason Daisy cannot be stopped and the reason we will be the project that changes the course of this industry is because of the leaders that are on this call right now. And this is what brings the most excitement to my heart, is hearing from you guys. Just incredible. I want to just say thank you guys to all of you who have led with us and believe in this project. So let's keep going. I know that there's a few more co-hosts there that I can't wait.
Hi, Jeremy. It's Angel.
Angel, what's up, brother? Yes.
Oh, thank you. By the way, I mean, you said it best there. Mindset. It comes down to that. I mean, what everybody's talking about, and all the leaders here are just amazing. I like what Avi just said. What Kevin said. What Simon talked about. It's a mindset. It comes down to, we've made a decision, but have you made a commitment? And it's about commitment. I've been able to go to the top of the pay plan 5 times faster than anybody else in 5 different companies. And everybody says, "Oh, I wish I was in early." No, you don't. If you can't handle the commitment and the emotion that it takes to understand that this is something that's long-term, that can benefit you for generations, not just for a few months, but for generations, it's extraordinary. A lot of people, when we first came in, they said, "Well, those guys made $64,000, through a Pacesetter. That's fantastic." They said, "But they made, $100,000 to $500,000 within their first week." True, but they said, "I wish I was them." Well, here's a chance to rewrite that. I see this as an opportunity for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Golly, here's a chance to do exactly what most people said they wish they could, which is to be in at a timing before the company launches. The guys we talk about, and obviously you hear about, those guys made 6 figures their first day or their first week. Those guys made $64,000 a Pacesetter. Well, everybody says, "I wish I was that guy or that gal." Here's a perfect opportunity, if you have the right mindset, to be that guy or that gal. You have now the next 2 to 3, maybe 4 weeks, if we're lucky, 4 weeks, almost like a pre-launch, even though it's a soft launch, before the company launches, to go and be that guy or that gal. So when the bell rings and this company opens up, you can be that guy or that gal that's already a pace setter, already a leadership pace setter, already got your team ready and got them to get their team ready. This is the opportunity to be the next story of, "I wish I was them." And I see that, and I've been sharing that with the teams, and all the leaders here feel the same way. If you look at this as, "Golly, I got to wait," then wait. I was taught this early on by my mentor in life. He says there's 3 kinds of people in success in anything: those who play to win, those who play not to lose, and those who pay to watch. Some people are paying to watch. Some are playing, "I don't want to lose, so I'll get in and wait." And there's those who are committed that say, "I'm going to play to win. And here's a chance now to build and build and build." I mean, I'm looking at all the leaders out there. I talked to some of them. What incredible people. We all learn from each other. You got, I talked to Yuri out there. He's building in Europe and Russia. He's talking to double diamonds, triple diamonds all around. And they're joining. They can't get in. They can't sign in. But they're putting their teams together to get a pace setter, leadership pace setter all around Europe and Russia and different areas of Asia. Curtis has sponsored in Canada. I think I talked to him. He sponsored, 103 people who can't get in, but he's in there in the process now building his pace setter and his leadership pace setter. This is what the leaders that you put together, that we all came together, are sharing their people, the mindset of building now, the Ants philosophy, right? Build now, so when the door opens up, you'll be one of those guys or gals that go, "I'm glad I did," and said, "I wish I had." And so that's how I see it. And, I believe that old Abraham Lincoln phrase is so true. He said, "Good things come to those who wait, but only what's left over from those who hustle. Thank you, Jeremy.
That's good. I love it.
Hey, Jeremy, can I get in?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And thanks, Angel. I've got some sound bites from you now. I'm going to steal some of your sound bites. Going back to Kevin's comment about the Beyond MLM, I wanted to share for the benefit of everybody that's on the call. I just wanted to kind of share with you my response, and maybe this will work for you or not. So, typically I'll get on a phone call or even a text, have you seen this? And there'll be a link to Beyond MLM. And my answer is no, I refuse to give that bastard any rankings on his website. So I never go to his website, and I encourage you not. But it sounds like you've gone there. So I just want to make sure. And then I put a link to the announcement of Daisy sponsoring the Asian Crypto Conference. And I put a link to Gemini announcing Endotech as an institutional partner. I put those two links. And I say, and I'm sure Oz covered these two stories in his report on Daisy, right? Okay, so guys, if you don't know about those two links, those links are in the Daisy official Telegram channel, and you can grab them there. But that's what I do. And so when those people read those links and they go, holy cow, and then they know about the Winklebosses and Gemini, and that these guys are out there publicly sponsoring a conference out for the whole world, a virtual conference and everything. It all of a sudden totally reframes Endotech and Daisy in the mind of your prospects. So I hope that'll be a little tip that you can use. Like I said, if you're not in the Daisy official channel, get in it on Telegram and then just scroll up and you'll find the links and then use those. And that's exactly how I call him a bastard. I refuse to give him any links. And I hope that you'll teach your team too. Do not send people to that website. Do not increase his rankings. He's a frickin' lying bastard. And I speak personally this because he covered me once and it was a complete lies. And one of my mentors advised me and he said, John, do not respond and do not have your team respond. In 2 days, that link will disappear. It will be gone and no one will ever see it again. So I just kind of want to give you guys some firsthand experience and just share with you how I'm responding to that. Yeah, good. And then the other thing, Jeremy, watch it right. Jeremy, is this a forum for a couple of constructive opportunities to discuss?
Yeah, let's get through. Let's get through all of the leaders. I want them to be able to just share their perspective on everything, and then maybe we can at the end. Yes,
Jeremy, if I sorry, just to jump in again, I was just reiterating what our good friend John was saying, and once we look at people and these forums, you know what? They write things about everybody. And John's absolutely right. If you give too much attention to things that are meaningless and have no merit, it's absolutely wasting your time and you're wasting other people's time. But there's so many facts that you could bring to your team that not just that behind MLM, that people are talking and just nonsense. Somebody asked me about somebody and said, do you know this guy? I said, man, why are you paying attention to all these BS? But I wanted to also get back to what Kevin was saying. As these people are talking, I'm just taking notes. Wow, what incredible leaders we have on this. I was downstairs, and luckily, Ankur and I are in the same hotel. What's the coincidences? I saw Josh Denny. I've seen so many great leaders just in Dubai, and I'm thinking on this call, we could literally take over the world. We could do some monster things, just not the 200 people. We could put up $1 billion between us. So where do you see that at beginning? I haven't seen that ever. I don't want to take more of my time that I need to, but I just wanted to say this level of leadership from everybody down. We got some brightest minds in this industry, and they have chosen to walk together. And you know what? I'm just honored to be on with everybody here.
Love it. Thanks, brother.
Hey, Jeremy, can I hop in real quick?
Of course.
What's going on, everybody? Tuan here. Wanted to share a quick story. I usually don't talk much on these calls because I just like to be behind the scenes and kind of do my thing and just build and have fun. And, I'm usually I don't really like talking, if I don't need to. So, but I want to share a quick story because I think it's important to know why some people made a decision to actually get involved in Daisy. Okay. So currently right now, my wife and I, we're currently very active in another network marketing company. We make really good income too. Okay. What we do and the name of the company is not really important. The fact of the matter is that we're very knee deep in another project and very committed to it as well. However, 3-4 months ago, when Rabu Gary told me, he said, hey, there's someone that you and I know that is launching a project, and I really, really think that you're going to like it. And I asked him one question. I said, Rabu, what does it entail? He said, it has to do with cryptocurrency. I said, I don't want to do it. And he said, why not? Because out of the 20 years that I was in network marketing, 2 of the years I got involved in cryptocurrency MLM. And to be honest with you, made really good money. But at the end of the day, you know, the mining was paying, the trading was paying. Then one day the mining stopped. Then one day the trading stopped. The CEO disappeared. The owner disappeared. You can't get a hold of him. It's the most typical story that you hear in this industry, right? Every single person here is probably like nodding their head. If you ever tried any type of cryptocurrency MLM, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? You make money most of the cases, if you built it, you make great money, but everybody that got involved afterwards got butchered, okay? And so after that, my wife and I, we decided to go back into a product network marketing company because we feel that that was the most certainty that you could have, at least for me in 20 years. That's the only thing that I can feel like I can hang on. You don't make the same amount of money in cryptocurrency, but you make somewhat a more stable residual income. Now, when Rabu called me back and said, Tuan, if you don't listen to what I'm sharing with you, you're going to be the biggest idiot in the world. And I said, okay, what do you got? And he told me the story about how Jeremy actually and his partners introduced a company called Endotech to Kuvera, to Beyond. And he was telling me who Endotech was. I was very impressed. But the other thing that got me really excited was he said he's going to utilize smart contracts. And at the time, I barely learned about smart contract because of a company that most of us know called Forsage. And I never got involved in Forsage. Here's the biggest reason why. Because I call it the mom rule. If my mom, who can't recruit a single damn person if she tried, if she can't make money and she can't recruit a single person, I would never do it. But Rabu told me that Jeremy and his partners put together a project that utilizes a smart contract that decentralizes the ability that even Jeremy can't even touch it. He can't even touch your funds even if he wanted to. Everything is actually circumvented through a decentralized entity, but Endotech actually produces a passive income for trading profit rewards. I was absolutely impressed. But the biggest reason why I would do it, because I want you guys to understand, is because I met Jeremy 20 years ago. Jeremy is one of those guys that he's a visionary. If anyone hasn't caught that yet, this is my moment to edify Jeremy for you guys. Jeremy is someone that is a visionary. Think of the likes of Amway. Think of the likes of Nu Skin. Think of the likes of people who've gone through a traditional network marketing and spent a decade minimum in leadership experience. Read the John C. Maxwell's, read the Napoleon Hills, read How to Win Friends and Influence People. This is very important, okay? Because every cryptocurrency MLM person that is an owner, either I don't know who they are, I don't know their name, they don't show their face, and they don't have any leadership experience at all. And so I want you guys to understand that we have someone very special that is a visionary, someone that has put in their time, they put in the effort, their energy, their money, they've been to the seminars, they read the books, listened to the tapes. And because of that, I said, if Jeremy's involved, Rabu, if you're involved, that relationship in itself, I'm very, very open to it. But the fact of the matter that Endotech is involved, that Jeremy has complete close ties to Endotech and completely decentralizes it using a smart contract, I said, I'm on board. I'm willing to actually go in, bring an international team on board. Let's do it. And so, guys, I just want to share that story because everyone has their own reason why they do it. Maybe you're doing it because you're looking for a way to put a retirement plan. Maybe you've been in network marketing for so many years and you said, I'm tired of it. And you're looking for something that just could be a home run. I've never, ever in my wildest dreams would say, I'm going back and investing my time, energy, and money into a crypto network marketing. Because you know what? It's because of leadership. It's because it's a smart contract, and it's because of Endotech. Okay. And if it wasn't for that, you wouldn't see me here. Okay. I promise you that. I wouldn't be saying a single damn thing on this call right now. I'd be just making this a little tiny project. I'm collecting a little check. But I'm honestly really believing in Jeremy. I'm believing in the developing team, and I'm believing in the vision. And every single one of you, I'm speaking on behalf of you. That's probably the biggest reason why you're doing it too. And make sure you decide which area you're going to go. You hang your hat on that vision, or you're going to hang your hat on the reason why you shouldn't do it. So for me, whatever biggest reason why you shouldn't do it is all more of a reason why you should do it. Okay. You shouldn't do it because it's not ready yet. Well, that's the biggest reason why you should do it, because while everyone else is waiting, or they're walking away, or they're doing whatever it is, there's people right now that are actually preparing for Pacesetter Gold. Every single day I'm on a call with someone that's running for Pacesetter Gold, and they're out there, they're looking at themselves as they're pre-building, because when the moment launches, they're getting in the pool on the first 24 hours. I promise you, there's people right now on this call right now, they're texting other people, and they're positioning themselves. That's just how it works, you guys. Every single industry, every single company has always been like that. So, guys, that's pretty much it. Just want to share you that story. Jeremy, we believe in you. We believe in your leadership, and let's make it happen. So, thank you so much.
Hey,
I'll jump in on that. We hear these leaders talking about people doing the Pacesetter bonus the very, very first day. And there's nobody did it in the very, very first day, because it took 2 weeks or 3 weeks pre-build into that very, very first day. And that's where we are again. We've wound the clock back to the point where you are equal to those that have already achieved. And I suppose that the best way, I probably, it's on the flip chart, if I could illustrate that to you guys sitting there waiting. This is not the time to wait. This is not the time to even sleep. You have to impact what you do in the next 2 weeks, or if it's 3 or 4, what you do now in these 2 weeks will dictate your check in 2021. So I'm disappointed in myself, in what I put into this, because I didn't hit the leadership Pacesetter. I hit the first one on the first day, yes, but it took me more than a day's work to achieve that. And that puts you into that same position. And if we look at it mathematically, we took in, let's say, somewhere in the region of $20 million. $20 million in the first 24 hours, give or take. And it's $50 million over 4 days. But in the first day, and we're going to have another first day come up very, very, very soon. And I was delighted yesterday morning when I heard we've got 2 weeks before this launches. I went, yes, the people have a chance. The people have a chance to build for this, because there is 2 great pools. There is the gold leadership pool, and there's the leadership pool itself in the Pacesetter. These 2 pools have 1.8% equal contribution. And it's up to you to decide, what can I do between now and soft launch? How can I get into these pools? When you divide 1.8% of $20 million, that works out at $360,000. $360,000 was sitting in these 2 pools. And you decide, am I getting into this one, or am I getting into this one? And we know that hindsight's a wonderful thing, but we have hindsight now. We've seen the results. We know that in the first day, approximately 80 people got into this pool. Those 80 people divided 1.8% of the total global revenue. That is $4,500. 80 people made $4,500 day one. And you have that same opportunity. But what if you realize there's only about 6 people qualified for this one? And 6 into that give these guys approximately $60,000. 6 into 360 is $60,000 in 1 day. There's people in this industry that won't make $60,000 in a year. But to do that in one day, you can create that in the next 14 days. In the next 2 weeks, you can put this mechanism in place for you and your family, because this business is built on stories. And we need to know, what is your story? What is your story? Your story is, I started and I stopped and I waited, or I started and I continued and I started again when this launched. And that's what you need to think about. You see, how do you get into this Pacesetter? It's very simple. It's a little box that says 24 and $128,000 in contribution. You need to get 24 directs and $128,000 in contribution. And you might think that's difficult. That is not difficult. That is easy. How do I know it's easy? Because 80 people did it. 80 people did it. Now, that was in the first day. Of course, there are more Pacesetters than that today. But based on that, I want you to think about, there was another 30 million came in on top of that. There was another 30 million came on top of the 20 million people. So what do you think these people made in the first week? And that's why the stories are realistic. Somebody made $100,000 in the first few days. Absolutely. These guys only found 3 people. 3 people to do that. That puts you into the leadership pacemaker. And now you've got yourself a business. What you need to do is you need to be talking to people every minute of every day. You need to absorb every ounce of energy you have building for our new soft launch, and decide which of these 2 pools you're getting into. And it goes back to the other thing. How can I find 24 people with $128,000? Well, if you think about, when I heard about this, I said, why is Jeremy teaming up with Abu? Why is Kevin teaming up with John? Why are these people coming together? Because they wanted to get into the 10 tiers. And the 10 tiers is $102,300. Now, the average man or woman on the planet doesn't have that class of money. Okay, if you're successful in the industry, some people can afford that. But that's why maybe 2 people get together and form a double syndicate. But what about 4 people doing 25K and creating a syndicate to get into the 10 tiers? Or 10 people. I mean, I have a firm of taxi drivers. There's 20 taxi drivers putting in 5K each to make a syndicate to create tier 10. And that puts them in the business. Then the 20 taxi drivers go front line. And now they've got 20 out of 24 towards that contribution. And they take a personal position then to build out Pacesetter. So there are ways you can achieve it. And the most successful thing about this whole project has been said so many times by each of these leaders. It's not just Jeremy who is amazing. It's Endotech, it's the product. You see, no matter how amazing Jeremy is, and no matter how good smart contract is, and how matter good the compensation plan is, it comes down to the product. And that product is what we get for our contribution. We get equity in the company, and we get trading rewards. And you've heard from her mouth herself what she said. She's expecting 300 to 400%. You saw it in Adam Rubin's post recently that he's expecting 300 to 400%. Well, with this 102K, that would put approximately $70,000 into the contribution into the trading side, into the trading fund. If you get 100%, you've got $140,000. If they achieve 200%, you've got $280,000. If you achieve 300%, you've got $560,000 passive trading rewards. And that's why it's important that you go ahead and do your darnest, do your best, beg, borrow, steal, create that tier 10 for you and your family, or for your little syndicate. Get tiered up and get Pacesettered up, and you have 2 weeks to do it. I'm blessed that we were given these extra 2 weeks. I wish we get a month, Jeremy, because I'll bring in 30 Pacesetters. Back to you guys.
No, I love it, Hugh. And you're exactly right. The entire focus right now has to be Pacesetter. If you're in the game for relaunch, pre-launch, it's Pacesetter, Hugh. Exactly 1,000%. And it's creating Pacesetters. And one of the things I love about the leadership pool for Pacesetter is that you can earn an unlimited number of shares in that pool. So for every 3 personals that you help get to Pacesetter, you get another share in that bonus pool. And so this is powerful, guys, because that 60,000 that was paid out in one day for every Pacesetter leader, a person could have 2 of those shares, 3 of those shares, 4 of those shares. If you go out and help 12 people go Pacesetter in the next, during 2 weeks during the pre-launch, they prepare this, guys, that's 4 shares in this leadership pool. That's hundreds of thousands of dollars a month potentially that you can earn in one single component of the reward plan. So Hugh, man, you broke it down, and that was amazing. Thank you.
Hey, Jeremy. Thanks, Hugh. Hey, just want to say Johnson from Asia, of course, and right now midnight, but then super excited and then grateful for all the leadership here. And I want to keep it real short is that definitely that everyone is very patient right now for the next 2 weeks. And then, of course, 80% of the people may see this like a problem right now, but I guess it is really not a problem because the real problem for me is actually when a company is gone, Endotech is gone, Dr. Anna, we couldn't find him, Jeremy is gone, we couldn't contact anyone, the WhatsApp is deleted. That is a real problem, right? But right now is that I don't even see this as a problem to wait. It is actually a necessary delay. And then it is actually an opportunity for everyone to just be ready to become a Pacesetter, go leadership, or to even talk to more and more people. And then, and I fully understand that last month, everyone is excited for the 15th of December, and our Christmas is messed up, right, Jeremy? You mess up our Christmas because of Daisy. You mess up our New Year countdown because of Daisy, and you mess up our sleep because of Daisy. And because of this sacrifice, and for the next 1 year, for these next 12 months, right, we are going to be very patient with the wait because we know that because we sacrifice our Christmas, our New Year countdown, our sleeps, and then for the next 12 months, our Christmas this year, our New Year countdown this year, we are going to celebrate together as a Daisy family. Yeah. Yes. So it's definitely the mindset. It is definitely the attitude, and I completely understand that as just as human beings, that all of us have emotion, roller coaster emotion. Just like when Bitcoin go up, go down, the Tron pump up, all these things. People are very emotional, but it is so important to just stay in this healthy environment and then to just continue to just pour ourselves with Daisy every single day. And lastly, I just want to say thank you to Tuan to just introduce to me this opportunity and a lot of amazing leaders here. And I just want to give 100,000 of respect to Jeremy for also changing the uni-level bonus plan at the last minute by the end of last year, right? To actually allow to have a Pacesetter whirlpool. I think this is a very smart move, Jeremy, that what he did actually, instead of creating competitors in the same company, but he is actually uniting everyone from competitors to become a contributor. So everyone right now, the 244, all the leaders here, we are contributing together. No more competitors. We are all helping one another to make sure the whirlpool is there, to make sure the Endotech do what is Endotech going to do next year, and then to fulfill what Daisy says you want to do. And then, so Jeremy, you are truly like our Steve Jobs for this smart contract. Maybe a Tim Cook, I don't know, that really appreciate you, love you so much. And then this year, Christmas, we were going to celebrate really, really big time. Thank you, Jeremy.
Thank you so much, Johnson. Hey, Jorg, I'm going to throw it over to you, man. Are you there?
I'm here, man. Yeah. So first of all, thank you so much, guys. So because I've got all the informations from other leaders and everyone has different thoughts. So that is so strong for me. And Hugh Paul, I think that's the right name, yeah. So I love it what you did. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. And I hope that we get the recording to share that with our field. So that was brilliant, man. So the thing is, guys, usually the people overestimate what they will achieve within a week or within a month, and they underestimate totally what we achieve within a year or even 2 or 3 years. So we talk about 5 days. Yeah, and most of us, we got the gold Pacesetter and also the leader bonus and all of that, and we see all these unbelievable figures. But I cannot think about what will happen within the next 2, 3, 4 years. I get scared about that, and because of that, a friend of mine, he said that this portal has to be built like eBay or even Amazon, because we will have these hits like that. And for that, guys, I can wait 2 or even 3 months because I know what we will achieve. And I remember when we started, I see my friend Eddie and Rene and some other guys and Andreas, when we started with Bitcoin, guys, it was $300, $350. And the people, they laughed about us and they said, oh, these idiots, the press in Germany, the network press, they wrote bad about me because this idiot now starts with some cryptocurrency or digital currency and so on. And we knew at this point what will happen. We earned few Bitcoins per day, but now 5-6 years later, now we see what happened in this time. And exactly this is what we see right now. So everyone who laugh about us now, because they say, come on, this company, they start and then they stop again and so on. I laugh at them. I tell them, guys, this is the second chance in your life. The first time you missed. The first time was the big Bitcoin boom where we collect all the Bitcoins and we built our big houses and we bought our cars and we did all of that. And now it's your chance, because I believe that with everything what we together will do, we will bring up Tron in a really nice price. So I see that we all together can create a really, really huge thing, as we see on this Wall Street bet here, what we see right now, what the guys are doing. I think we as the leadership for such a company like this, we can create such a huge thing. And I just hope, and Tuan told it, because I think we were in the same company in the past and we see now what happens sometimes and how many people were scammed and so on. So I just really, I bet every day that this thing will last for, I don't know, not as Edward said, not for long term, for life term. So this is what we think. And because of that, it doesn't matter when we start, guys. It doesn't matter, because we will build this thing bigger than everything in the world in the past. And we create millionaires and even billionaires, I'm sure. That's it.
Love it. Awesome. Thanks, York. Curtis. Are you there, brother?
What's going on, everybody? So yeah, when I heard about the delay, I was not disappointed at all. I have not been disappointed at one bit. My belief is contagious, and it's spreading throughout my whole entire team, and everybody's just bringing tons of people into this. And this is the fastest growth that I've ever seen with any company that I've been with. I'm loving it, loving life. I'm loving the fact that everybody's going to win here. Jeremy, everybody on the team is super, super thankful and for everything that you've done. And obviously, Angel, thank you. You're the man bringing me into this. Joshua and John, it's a great experience to be a part of. I'm glad I'm here. And, I'm just excited to be here for the ride. And, I'm going for Pacesetter and Pacesetter leadership, and to help everybody else hit Pacesetter. And so, that's all. You want to keep delaying it. We're just going to keep bringing more Pacesetters to the table. So thanks, everybody.
Absolutely. Yuri, I just brought you in as a co-host as well, so you can unmute yourself. I would love for you to share with everyone why you're excited as well. And it's really neat, the caliber of legends in the industry that we have, that you've been hearing from today. These guys don't say a lot about themselves, but everyone you've heard from today, I would consider in the top 1% of leaders around the world. And Yuri is no exception as well. So Yuri, I would love for you to share your thoughts also.
Likewise, Jeremy. Hi, guys. And I want to tell you my feeling. And a lot of people who talk here before, and Angel, I love you, brother. And I know him couple decades. And Jeremy, you're doing a great job. I want you guys understand. I know Jeremy, partner Edward, probably more than decades. Very honest guy with integrity. Dr. Anna vision, it's unbelievable. The more I found out remember, Jeremy, we spoke first day and almost 7 weeks ago. And when I found out about Dr. Anna, I checked it out. I called my leader in Israel and they checked it out. And she mathematic genius. If somebody listened closely yesterday, what she talking about, I just love it. So much integrity. You as a top leader, you have to read between, between sentence. When we sit down with Angel and make that winner plan, because he knows my personality. My personality, I like win. Every project I started, I was on the top. I was #1 top recruiter in all 4 companies after my huge success in Amway, and I was #1 top owner on East Coast. East Coast, everybody knows me, and of course internationally, global. You know that Amway was global, and I learned success system directly from Legend, from Dexter, and I remember he always told me, okay, belief is a matter of choice. Why I'm doing, when I started Amway, everybody told me, old company, what you doing there? You're wasting your time. My uncle was there, my aunt, grandmother never make any money, etc. You know what I did? My sponsor quit. My sponsor quit. And I built huge organization, past 39 upline who started Amway 5-6 years before me. I just passed them. All my neighbors call me crazy, okay? And my leaders call Old Diamond, double Diamond, Fred Hartais, Double Diamond. My first mentor called me unstoppable. If I started something, you just watch, okay? And that's why my name, if you look at Bible, I got so many Ravin, Rabbi, bishop, and different priests, ministers in my organization, started from Amway days. And they told me my name, if you look at Bible, translate fire. I'm sleeping 5 hours per day, last 7 weeks. I told to Angel, this can be our retirement. It can be our legacy, which we pass to our kids. And when I talk with Jeremy, remember you told me, I'd ask you, what's your plan? And you tell me, we got plan 5 years to create $1 billion. And I'm thinking, with me, we can do less than 6 months. Because I built $3 billion company from scratch with my team leaders. From scratch, from zero. This was my attitude. And when people call me from my group, and, oh, delay, you know how I motivate them? They love it me very much. I told them, you got your 24 people? I got my 30 people, all diamonds, double diamonds, blue diamond, different ambassador, but you got your 24 people? You don't know, not yet. So now tell thank you, yeah, go church, because I'm believer, put candy there and do your job. I'm doing webinar every day, Angel knows, for Europe, for international. I built international group. Already joined me 17 different countries. Just watch on Dubai, okay? I'll be bring hundreds countries in this project. This is the best project that I ever saw. I cancel everything. I'm doing only Daisy. This is what my belief. I believe Dr. Anna. Okay? I believe Jeremy. I believe his partner Edward. I believe Angel. And I believe John. I know him 20 years. And you understand, guys, I know Kevin decades. And hi, Paul, you did a great job today. You did a great job. I wish everybody got that kind of vision. Dexter told me 30 years ago when he invited me to his Diamond Leadership School, and I surprised from capital of the world, 9 million people living there. And I found out when I got counseling how to become Double Diamond, and he invited me alone. Just think about why he invited me. And so smart, so wisdom. He was economic advisor, 3 different presidents. And he told me, I was very young. I was not mature, Jeremy, like you right now. And I was very young and very ambitious. And he told me, you remind me when I was young age. That's why you're here. Everything was happening for a reason. You're here because you deserve to be here, and you got big heart. You caring about people. You helping totally strangers. You help 1,000 people become successful. And the most important, you got vision. Most people don't. And the guy from Asia, he absolutely correct. 80%, I think maybe 85%, they will be sitting and waiting when door open. So what? Guys, the more peace setter we can create. Let's start the work. Do what we do the best. This is what I do. Last 31 years, no job. I don't have any pizza. I don't have any cafe or restaurant like some people do. This I respect only passive income, residual, and we get it. I promise you, we get it together. Together, everyone achieve more. Teamwork make dream work. Look at how many top leaders here, how I know personally, and together, trust me, we go there. Just have belief, and just do it. Okay.
Awesome,
it's worth
Yuri.
it.
Thank you so much. You're exact. And guys, the highlight of this call, you're exactly right. The highlight of this call, I hope everyone caught it. We'll get the replay out, is what Hugh Paul talked about, what he drew out on the board, the power of Pacesetter. This is a chance for every single person who watches this replay, who takes advantage of the next 2 weeks, to literally have Pacesetter done before we open up the doors, and to have pace setters in your organization. And can you imagine? I mean, Hugh, I love what you said. Can you imagine? We did 50 million. We did 20 million in day one, 50 million in 5 days. What is going to happen when we open the doors back up? Every existing member upgrading, all of the new people waiting to join. I mean, it is going to be incredible. And to be a pace setter means that you earn profits from the entire Daisy project. This is massive. You don't just get paid from your team, from your matrix, from your unilevel, from your personal referrals. You get a piece of every single transaction on the front end, in the entire Daisy community when people contribute, and from the profits on the back end. And I'm going to tell you guys, listen, the timing that's going to happen, I promise you, I just feel it in my gut, because we have not yet seen the power of the Endotech system, right? Because it takes time, and the AI is not yet entering the market in an aggressive way. When that element kicks in, when people see the trading component going up in the bone, and we reopen the doors, and all of this happens synergistically, what we did in the first 5 days is nothing compared to the relaunch. And those individuals that qualify for Pacesetter Gold and the Pacesetter Leadership Bonus, and you do that out of the gate when we open up the doors, you set yourself up. You literally set yourself up for life, where you're going to get a piece of front end and residual income on everything that Daisy does. You could qualify for those bonuses and never earn another dollar in the bonus plan, except Pacesetter Gold and Leadership. And you're going to probably have the best residual income you've ever had in your entire life, just from the Pacesetter bonuses alone. It's that big. So this is where all the focus should be. So Hugh, why don't you close us out? I'm going to throw it to you. And why don't you close us out on the call today? Because you were the highlight of the call.
Who's that, me?
Yes.
Sorry, I wasn't listening. Sorry. Yeah, what I think is, for all the people on the call, and I know 60 people have dropped off, and I can't understand why 60 people would have a reasonable excuse to drop off. Maybe 10 of you had for another appointment and we'd gone over the clock, but not 60 people. How would you like Jeremy Roma in your team? And Yuri in your team? How would you like Curtis and Johnson in your team? And Jurek? How would you like Anchor in your team? And Hugh Paul and Kevin? And how would you like all of them in your team? Well, that happens when you hit Pacesetter, because every dollar we bring to this community, you get paid. You get paid. And this is the pooled environment that together we can achieve amazing, amazing things. And what excites me is, okay, I'm disappointed because I didn't do this other side, because I'm not a good enough leader to help 3 people do it, because I didn't understand the power of it. Now we have the understanding. Now we've seen the results. Now we have the hindsight. Get 3 pace setters. Do you feel that power? And that's what you should do. And you've enough time now to do it, guys. I think we should do this call definitely again, same day next week. I'm doing about 4 webinars a day. I do a global webinar Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You're all welcome, but that room sells out. We had 500 on the other evening. So we need to come together more often, and the communication can be done through this channel. And maybe we open up the call, like this call, open it up again this day next week, and get 1,000 people, 2,000 people on the call, and get back into momentum, back into driving. And I wish you all the success, guys.
Done. All right, let's do it. Let's plan on same time next week. Let's plan on doing it. Hugh Paul, thanks for your leadership. Everybody, good day, good night. Thank you guys so much. We love you. And here we go.
Thanks,
everyone, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jeremy. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Awesome.
Thank
Thanks, everyone.
I got another webinar.